Roberts. I'm a co-leader of WikiTree's DNA project, and I'm also a team member of mitoYDNA.org. This is a tour of some of the ways that mitoYDNA and WikiTree are associated with each other. First, you need to be logged into mitoYDNA.org. Then, if you go to a profile that has DNA connected with it, I'm going to go to My Profile. Under that profile, it will say what DNA tests are associated with the profile. Here it shows that I've taken a Y chromosome test, and my cousin has taken a Y chromosome test. It shows that I've taken a mitochondrial DNA test. I can click on my mitoYDNA ID, and it goes out to mitoYDNA database, and it shows my 67 marker results. It also shows a web address to the earliest known ancestor for my direct male line. It is that ancestor's descendant chart, and that's linked back to WikiTree. I click and I go to the descendant chart from my earliest known direct male line ancestor, and this is everyone that I have in that descendant chart, and it shows that I've taken a Y-DNA test, and it shows that my cousin has taken a Y-DNA test. I can click on myself. I can click on the relationship icon between us, and I can see that we are second cousins once removed. I can do a comparison of these two Y haplotypes by clicking on Compare, Compare, and then Compare. I can see that we are on 37 markers. We have 0 differences, a genetic distance of 0. I can click on my mitoYDNA ID and then click on my ancestor's descendant chart to get back to WikiTree. There are some lines in WikiTree that are much more extensive, and to show you one of those, I go to Help, WikiTree Love, and then go to WikiTree Tops, which is a website that shows some of the top things found in WikiTree. Click on DNA. I can click on this fellow here, who was born approximately 970 AD. I can see that his direct male line has got a Y-DNA tester associated with it. Click on that, mitoY. First I'll look at the relationship between those two. It's extensive, so I need to click this search 30 generations. He is a 28th great-grandfather of the DNA tester. And then if I go to the DNA tester, well, here's the DNA tester. Click on his mitoYDNA ID. I can see that this is his 37 marker results, and mitoYDNA is associated also with Rob Spencer's SNP tracker, and I can get the ancient migration for that Y-DNA. I can see that it probably goes into Scotland. Click back, look at the rough approximate age of that terminal SNP, and I see that it's calculated to be roughly 180 or 200 years old. I can also do a comparison of up to 24 Y haplotypes or 24 mitotypes. And if I go back to WikiTree, go to WikiTree Love, go to WikiTree Tops, DNA, I can click on the Thorpe direct male line. I can see that there are 7 people here that have taken a Y-DNA test. 5 of them are in mitoYDNA. I can do a comparison of those 5. Click Compare, and I can see how they compare with each other. can also do a comparison of mitochondrial DNA and display of mitochondrial DNA. First, I'm going to go to a comparison of mitochondrial DNA. To do that in a little bit of a roundabout way, first I need to find this fellow. John has tested his mitochondrial DNA. He's in mitoYDNA. And his nephew has tested his mitochondrial DNA and is also in mitoYDNA. To click on compare, compare, and do a comparison. I can see that there are no differences between their two mitotypes. The coding region is not displayed because there's a 1 in 200 probability that there could be health-related issues with somebody's coding region, but it shows no differences, and also they are an exact match on hypervariable regions 1 and hypervariable regions 2. I'm also going to show there's, I'm going to go back to WikiTree Love. I'm going to look at Tsar Nicholas's mitochondrial DNA. He's got a little bit unusual. So here's Tsar Nicholas, and then I'm going to look at his results. On the differences from the revised Cambridge reference sequence on hypervariable region 1, at location 116, 169, he has a Y. Most people have C, T, G's, or A's. What a Y means is that he has both a C and a T at that location, and he's exhibiting heritoplasmy. So mitoYDNA is able to accept all types of heritoplasmy in its database. You can also do the same thing with mitochondrial DNA and looking at the ancient ancestral path, ancient migration, and the rough age. If you've done a Y-DNA test, I hope that you will upload to mitoYDNA.org. It's a free site, and if you've done a mitochondrial test, I hope you'll do the same and upload to mitoYDNA. Thank you for your time.